What's up everybody, and welcome to the Military Simulator, Tactical Shooter, and Historic Gaming channel, where we give away a Steam key at the end of every week to one of our lucky viewers. For details on how to enter the giveaway, just stay tuned, but for now we're going to jump right into this beginner's guide for Hell Let Loose. Now this isn't going to be an extensive guide or anything explaining every little detail of the game. I'm basically going to give you three main things to keep in your mind to remember, three mantras that as you, the new player, is going to try to keep at the front of your mind as you play. And if you can remember these three things, I guarantee you will see an improvement in your gameplay. Let's roll that beautiful bean footage.
Where do you see him, Boogies?
Right in front of me. Right in front of me.
In the village or the other side?
There's one right there. Oh, I just got him. I got him headshot.
Alright, good shit. I couldn't see him.
Alright, I just downed two of them. Push up, push up, push up. Oh, one in front, one in front, one in front. Alright boys, so before we get into it, Hell Let Loose has almost like its own lore, for lack of a better word. A lot of the symbols or icons used are not necessarily used by any military. And what Black Matter has done is create its own like kind of game world. And you're going to want to learn what each of these icons and symbols mean. Now this is something you can do when you're not playing the game. Maybe you have a class you're caught up in, maybe you're catching a ride with somebody, or maybe you're sitting on the shitter. You're going to want to almost study these icons so that you understand what's going on around you when you're checking your map, selecting your role, etc. Now I have a few graphics that I'm going to throw up here, and we're not going to go over them extensively like I said. But if you're on the shitter and want to pause the screen, pause the video, and check out these graphics, do that. First up, unit type and role icons. You're going to want to know these by heart so that when you glance at your map, you know what kind of personnel is around you and you know what kind of tactics can be deployed. For instance, you see a tank ahead. It's kind of hidden in the bushes and not really easy to see. Instead of running around screaming, hey, who's got AT, who's got AT? You simply look at your map, find the guy with the AT icon, and you know, hey, there's your guy capable of taking out the tank. You could even work as a team and escort him over to the tank, making sure he survives to get some rockets off onto the rear of the tank. Yeah, quick little AT tip. Don't waste rockets on the front or side. You're going to want to hit the tanks in the rear. Well, you'll find that out the hard way. Moving along, there are two types of game modes in Hell Let Loose. You're using the same factions and the same toys they brought to play with, however the objectives are slightly different. For instance, in offensive, one team plays the offense and one team plays the defense. The defense will do whatever it can to hold on to that first point as the offense attacks it. Once the offense gets more players on the cap point for a certain amount of time, they capture that point and the defense falls back, so on and so forth. However, in Warfare, this mode takes a little more team cooperation, team communication, and cohesion. Because not only do you have to worry about either attacking or defending, you have to worry about both. Warfare is like a tug of war, where each team starts on either side of the map and they race to the middle, capturing points along the way. What happens here with a lot of new players, everybody wants to attack and nobody comes back to defend. So if you are new, be patient. If you're asked to fall back, just do it. Everybody acts like they're so giddy they're not going to get any action. Believe me, action will come your way. And when on defense, you tend to have the better position and it makes for some pretty gnarly experiences. So play defense, trust me. So to sum up the two different modes, on offensive, one team attacks, one team defends. On the warfare mode, both teams must attack and defend. So the warfare mode demands a little more teamwork and cohesion than the offensive mode. Alright, now getting on to these little mental jewels you're going to need to hang on to really better your gameplay in Hell Let Loose. And the first one you must remember, communication. Comms, communicate, talk, listen. This is probably the most important aspect of this game in this style of game, Mil-Simp, Military Simulator. In fact, these games are designed around the way we communicate in this game. The commander can speak to the squad leaders, and the squad leader speaks to his squad members, with contact reports going upward. The rifleman spots an infantry. He says north-northwest, 200 meters, a whole squad. That squad leader then relays the information to command and the rest of the squad leaders. This game is made on communication. And while we're at it, notice how to give a proper contact report. The 3Ds and the ABCs. Triple Ds and the ABCs. You give them in order just in case you go down, the most important stuff gets out first. So you want the direction out first, north-northwest, the distance, 200 meters, in the description, whatever it might be. Enemy tank, half-track, 2 infantry, a whole squad. In the ABCs, keep it accurate, brief, and clear. Accuracy, brevity, and clarity. You don't want to be hogging up the airspace because you got 100 people all talking or 50 people on your team all talking, trying to get information out and in. Also, if you are a brand new player, consider playing the medic role for at least the first couple weeks. It's a needed role, I know that. People will freaking love you. But at the same time, you'll be able to sit in the background, really right where you need to be, stay with the squad leader, and just learn the game. Pay attention, be analytic. Also, when you join a squad, say, "Hello, squad leader. I am brand new to the game. Put me in your pocket, sir." And if you get a bad response or no response at all, move to another squad. Don't waste your time. If nobody's talking in the squad, move to another squad. You're wasting your time. You might as well go play Call of Duty. And being that there's a major influx of players, there's going to be tons of squads that don't want to talk. A lot of people that don't have microphones. And this game is only half as fun without talking. Trust me. Moving right along. Number 2, check your map. That's right. So much, if not all the information you need is right there on your map. Now, you can make a ping by looking at something and pressing your middle mouse button and then saying to your squad leader, "Hey, that's a tank," or whatever it might be, which is super helpful. But every other squad leader is posting information onto that map for your benefit. Now, let's say we're doing what we're supposed to do, playing as a medic, sticking close as we can to our squad leader, or let's say grenade spacing, being a stone's throw from squad leader, and we're moving to engage the enemy. Now, this isn't Call of Duty. We're not going to run around the corner and see who can hold the crosshair on the longer, and see who can hold the crosshair on the other person the longest. A lot of your shooting is going to be just sending hate downrange, suppression. Now, you'll be lighting up a building's windows so that another element can move towards that building and get in close. Now, ultimately, when you're heading to engage, you're going to be glancing at your map as often as you can. Once you start hearing shots and you're pretty sure you're within a firefight, you're going to open up your map and you're going to see all of your teammates where their position is. Now, you can pretty darn well bet the enemy has a similar looking map just opposite of your map. So let's say we have like a fire line of allies all along the southern edge of the map. We're zoomed all the way in. You can bet a pretty penny that the enemies looks exactly the same along the northern side of the map. Situational awareness and position is a big part of this game. Now, if you're moving to attack an objective, everything in your arsenal is going to be needed. Some roles have smoke grenades they'll deploy. You even have smoke artillery. And like I said, suppression is a huge part of it. Typical blitzkrieg tactics when you're attacking a point. Keep your head down, follow SL, and if somebody goes down, try to get smoke on his body before you go pick him up. Also be aware, if he's too far from the pack and out in no man's land, you move on without him. Don't risk your life to get him. Alright boys, so this one's huge, almost as big as communication. It's pretty much everything communicated, stored right here at your little quick and easy guide you can glance at. So knowing how to read your map is going to be vital. And like I said earlier in the video, this is something you can do while you're not playing the game. What I say, you could be in like a boring class, maybe you got all your work done, you could study the map there. Or you're on a trip, maybe in the passenger seat of a long car ride. Or let's say your stomach's real messed up and you got a monster turd you gotta push out. Suit up, pause the screen right here, and learn what each of these icons mean. I promise you, knowing your map and how to read it is gonna up your game tenfold. Like I said, man, situational awareness and positioning is everything. And last but not least, the trifecta, the trinity of mantras. 3 little simple things to keep at the forefront of your brain while playing this game. Communication, using your map, and patience. That's right. Also one of the 7 virtues or whatever. Patience is a big one. Especially if you're brand new to this military simulator genre. We're literally going to have to unlearn everything your gaming career has taught you. And this is something that's just going to take a lot of work. Every fiber in your body is going to tell you to jump out of that trench and have at them. But believe me, Every time you do, you're gonna draw back a nub. Most first-person shooter players are typically worried about their KD, or their own performance. Now, if you go into this game with that mindset, A, you're not going to have a good time, and B, you're not going to be an asset to your team, because that's what this game's all about, teamwork. And now we're talking about patience. For instance, if you're a sniper in Call of Duty, you see a guy come around the corner in the distance, you blow his head off. Well, here in Hell Let Loose, not necessarily. You make the contact report, you let your squad leader know, but you wait. You don't necessarily pull the trigger right away. Let's say he's the point man of a squad, and with your expertise and patience, you calm your nerves and wait. Instead of getting one kill, that point man thinks it's clear, and he draws his entire squad into an open field with no cover. Lucky for you, you have the Lee Enfield scope. Hopefully, when the British faction comes. And it's got 10 rounds ready to go. And as quick as you can bolt that thing, the enemies are dropping like flies. Now, had you have done what you normally do and just blast that first guy, they all would have stopped right in their tracks and taken cover. Now, this is just one example of many things, but the main reason you want to have patience is because you're new. Slow down, man. Soak in your environment. Analyze what's going on around you. Alright, boys, so we're going to do our little bit of homework so we understand the maps and everything. Learn all the icons, all that jazz. And when we're playing, we're going to follow our squad leader, remain patient, let orders come in and orders go out, keep our head low, and I guarantee you some of the best experiences in video games will just organically happen for you. But now we're going to tie all three together. Communication, using your map, and patience. So let's say it's been a couple months and you've been through the rigors of medic, rifleman, trying some different roles. You're a fast learner and decide to try squad leader. You're on a warfare layer and your entire team is blitzkrieging forward, bulldozing and steamrolling the enemy back to its spawn. However, you and your infinite wisdom glance at your map and notice not one person has stayed back to defend. You use your patience, rally up your squad, and fall back to take that position. And good thing you did too, because the moment you take cover, 2 squads arrive to okey doke that cap point from underneath your entire team. And believe me, when that happens, it's not good. You thought you were going to steamroll the team all the way back to their spawn, and what happens is you wind up getting steamrolled all the way back, because nobody fell back to play defense. Anyway, that's it, boys. Keep it at the forefront of your mind when you're playing. Very simple. Communicate, map, patience. And I assure you, some of the most epic moments in your video game life will unfold right before your very eyes. Can't believe I missed. I just killed them both. Move up, move up. Alright, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. Consider supporting the channel. It'll actually get you double the entry in every week's Steam Key giveaway. To enter, all you gotta do is like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and join our little Discord community. It's linked in the bio. But most importantly, drop a comment. But within your comment, leave your Discord name and number. That's gonna work as your ticket stub if you do win. Special shout out to my channel members. Consider supporting the channel either through the blue join button or the Patreon linked in the description. Get exclusive content, emojis, of course, support me. But like I said, you also get a huge leg up in the giveaways. And every week's entry will work as 2 entries. Alright, again, I want to thank you all for watching. I'll see you boys in the next one. And y'all be good to each other.